Hello friends and welcome to Chatterfax Games. I am once again playing the Blueprints. So I made it through day 2 the last time I played. Let's jump into day 3. I wonder how many days total it'll take me to figure out the way to room 46. I clearly did discover more in the second day than I did in the first day. So here we are, day 3, 50 steps. I'm just gonna follow my same strategy. This time around, I'm going to try and fill out as many of these lower tier rooms as possible so I can get as many keys and gems as I need as possible before I start needing to use them to open up new rooms, because it seems like it's easier to access these lower rank rooms. Okay, no dead end. Billiard room. I haven't been in the billiard room, and I know there's a puzzle reference there, but I think I'm just gonna go on the corridor. Make sure I'm not missing any items lying around or notes. Okay, I could do the storeroom or the utility closet. The breaker box seems useful because I can turn off the lock, so once I start getting to those doors, I can keep them unlocked. Pantry turns the corner. Storeroom would get me more items. Pantry would get me coins. I'm going to do the pantry. There's an orange. Orange gives me 5 steps. Apples give me 2 steps, so apples were 10. Oranges were 5 for 25. 25 and 10 is 35, so 15, so bananas should give 3 steps if my math is correct. Any other items I might have missed along here? So I can do the chapel, which will let me have a T intersection, or the den. The chapel will lose me a coin. The closet I can get 2 items out of. I'm going to go with the den. And as I recall, no, the den isn't the one with the box puzzle. Alright, so I did get a gem out of that. Alright, I could keep going up, or I could take a right. Why don't I take a right and try to fill in a dead end room if I can? Yeah, so I'll do the utility closet. I don't know what this puzzle is here, these indicators. I don't know what that reference. I'll turn on the power to the garage. Not to the... I don't have one to the cabinet yet. I'll turn off the keycard system. So then I need to find the security room so that I can set off to unlocked. Alright. So I'm going north. I want another T intersection if I can. Dead end, turn right. Yep, I'll turn right, I guess. Or I can do the guest bedroom for 10 steps. So I don't have the shovel to take care of that on the patio. Or that. There's a gem right there. Yep, so I knew about the shovel, I just don't have one. Alright, so I want T going up and forward if I can, or just forward or turning up. I want to go left or forward if I can. Security. Guest bedroom, that would require a lot of backtracking, as would the closet. So I think I am going to do security already, even though that's going to dead end that one. Alright, nothing new here. I think these pictures are different every day. Maybe I should be noting what these pictures are every day. Terminal password is probably still Swan Song. I don't know if it changes from day to day. I don't have a magnifying glass to find out. Yep, so that's blocked off. Alright, I'm gonna change the security settings. So, keycard system. I want to set security level to high. And I want to set offline mode to unlocked. And that way, if I run into any key cards, they should be unlocked because I've turned the power off to the system. What could I do here? Yeah, there was a glossary, there was email, but I can't, I need to go to the office. Yep, so, and I need other terminals to worry about that. Okay. So I guess I'm going north. I'd like to go right, well, any direction is good, but I kind of want to come back down this way. Weight room loses half my steps and doesn't really get me anything. I'm going to do the bedroom. Can grab an apple for more steps. Basically, the weight room is a very costly way to get 4 doors. Alright, I want to go down if possible. Parlor has the puzzle game. I'm going to do the hallway so I can go down. I don't want to block myself off from being able to come back up though, so I'm just gonna take a look, make sure I'm not missing. What's this notice? Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked, but that isn't true because it's a red notice, so they're less likely to be locked. Okay, I want to go straight ahead or left if I can. The observatory. 1 star for each time you've drafted it, so this should get me a 2nd star. Bedroom. I could get 10 steps from the bedroom, or I could just do the spare room. The observatory would more or less be a dead end, so and I don't have the gem for it, unfortunately. I'm going to do the spare room. And then I want to go left or do T that lets me go left. Nothing in the spare room. Passageway, which is probably what I want, or the nook would be good, but oh no, it's 2 gem requirement. Yeah, so the nook. I think that, yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't connect back up to the entrance hall, but that's okay. I was hoping to kind of create a nice loop there. But the nook will give me a key. Anything else here? The message to carry a notebook. Alright, I'd like to go down again if possible. But up so I'm not blocked in would be good. Chapel, closet, or parlor? I'm going to do the chapel, and that way I can go down and come back around and hopefully not block myself off. Up is not an option. Okay, so we're in the chapel. I still don't know what these Roman numerals are. I haven't figured out what that's good for yet. Going to take the risk at being able to go left here. And I did not get it. Gonna do the guest bedroom. Get me some more steps. That's the message about the puzzle in the billiard room. Key card, so I didn't need to turn off the keypads, but it is what it is. I didn't know I was going to be able to pick that up today. I haven't found it in here before. Good to know. I'm losing another coin coming back into the chapel. So my next stop would be to get back up to the hallway. But if I can, I should try to go this direction and fill out these 2 rooms. So I will try to go south here and then take a left if I can. I could put in the lavatory just to see what I get. Spare room to get some items. I'm going to put in the dark room. Yep, so that's back to the entry hall. Right, so this is the perfect spot for a dead-end room, but I don't know what I'm selecting. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Center. Coat check. Check 1 item and retrieve it on another day. I assume that would mean you'd have to actually get the coat check again that day. Yeah, so you'd have to actually be sure you can draft the coat check the next day. But interesting. So you can save an item. Alright, I am going to... I need to get back to the hallway. I don't have a choice there. That's my only available door. The question is, do I want to burn more footsteps or burn another coin through the chapel? I'm going to burn another coin. is unfortunate, but it'll preserve more footsteps as I come back this way. I'm doing pretty good on footsteps so far, but I'm also rapidly blocking myself off, so I need splits if at all, if I can at all. All right. Parlor turns right. That's the other two are dead ends, so I don't have a choice. It's the game again. Previously I found car keys here, but didn't find a use for them. All right. This box is the black box, so that's a lie. This box is the blue box. That's a lie. So this one has to be true. The box that claims to be black has the gems. All right. So I can't mess around. I need 2 bends and then a straight on. And if I don't get that, then we're done for the day. Well, it's got to be the passageway, which just burned the 2 gems I got. But otherwise, I'm done for the day. So I've got to go left. I don't have an option. Kitchen. I don't have the gems for it. Well, I don't think it matters then. I got a key. Not that any of this matters, because I don't have any more doorways available. Interesting. There's no way to redraft a room, is there? Not that I've found. Alright, I guess this was a short day. I can go outside again and see if I've unlocked anything out there. So whatever my strategy was today, it didn't work out. I've read all this. Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna reset the day and go again. Yeah, we're only 15 minutes into this. 20 minutes, I guess. Call it a day. Save and continue, so let's move on to day 4. Let's see if I can have a better run at it than day 3. Alright, I'm gonna try going left. Hallway. Seems to give me plenty of options. Okay, so I need to turn to the right if I can. Gonna do the observatory. Nope, I need a gem. I lied, I'm gonna do the parlor and get some gems. No car keys over here. Didn't realize I could come back behind here. Alright, you are in the parlor, that's true. So blue is true. This box is empty, could be true or false. The blue box is true, that's true. So this is false. So this box is not empty. I like the way that changes every day. Alright, so I'll just go up. A T intersection could be good. Corridor or spare room or chapel. Chapel, especially since I don't have any coins yet. Should I keep going up or should I take a right? I'm going to go up. Bedroom, storeroom. If I do that, I'll lose the coin immediately. I'll do the closet. A dice. While drafting, you may use to re-roll new floor plans. Oh, that's handy. And a gem. Alright, I don't have any coins yet. So, down would create a loop, but I definitely want to go forward or up. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. This would create the loop I was looking for. The den would give me 2 options for continuing on. And a gem. And the guest bedroom would give me 10 footsteps, but then I'd have to retrace quite a ways. I'll do the den. I don't know that the loop is necessary, and this gives me more options. I'll grab the gem. I wonder if there's something with the clocks in here. Alright, left or straight on? I'll go straight on. So once again, down is okay, and it would create a loop back to the entrance hall, which could create a shortcut to over here. But I definitely do want to go forward or up if I can. Passageway is a 2-gem requirement. Breaker box is a dead-end bedroom. I'm going to do the passageway. I like it. Because that creates kind of I can go multiple directions from the entryway through the passageway. Yeah, so I will do that. And believe it or not, I'm gonna come down here and I'm going to try to go straight ahead if possible. Drawing room. I will do the drawing room. So I can redraw my prints while I'm in here. Do I have any items in here? There's a phone. I've read that notice before. Anything on the mantelpiece? Alright, so if I don't like what I get, I can redraw them. I want to turn left. The nook, let's put in the nursery, even though it's a dead end. And now I'll get extra steps every time I put in a bedroom. Which could be useful. There's a gem. There's a book. Is this the Red Prince book that was referenced in the archives? The Red Prince by Marion Marigold, it is. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed. Maybe you can guess with the clues we have said. It was the story of a boy who always wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. So it's interesting because it seems to indicate red might be true if I'm taking clues from that to be about how the game works, but I also know that apparently red notices are lies, and that hasn't led me wrong so far. And we also know that Simon didn't like the color red. I'm also seeing this nursery has like red and blue drawers, 2 beds, a playpen with red and blue. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go up, and I want to go right if possible. And I can redraft my plans while I'm doing that. If I can get a 4-way intersection, that'd be good. Do I want to do the observatory? I'm going to redraw the floor plans. Raker box, spare room, pantry. I should have done the observatory. I'm going to do the pantry. And then I can come up through the passageway and try to fill out this direction. Banana, so this should be 3 steps. My math was correct. Alright. So I do like that I've kind of created loops and stuff here, so I have multiple routes to get through this. I'd like to go right if I can here. Laboratory. Weight room will lose half my steps. I don't want to do that at this point in the game. Kitchen is food for sale. Laboratory. I haven't been in the laboratory or the kitchen. I wonder if I need to connect this to the power from the boiler room. Alright. Yep, it requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. Periodic table. 3, 8, 12, 2, 9, 11, 10, 5, 6, 4, 7, 1. Interesting. And an arrow pointing left. Got our board here. Anything to look at? Fishing line connected to there. I wonder if I'm supposed to be picking up clues here. There's a lot going on here. Some beakers and equipment. Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point at 0.1 ppt to 0.5 ppt. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure 93 kPa. Lab technician Randolph M. I did see something I could look at here. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine test. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I have been unable to find a laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way that the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Kimberly Thompson. Yes, this would be a terrible place to live and work. We are agreed. Test tubes. There's a terminal here, and this is a effective immediately. Electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. I know that's a lie, and I know it's the office terminal, I believe. Let's see if we can access it from here. I don't have any other terminals in yet, but let's try the electronic mail. Yep, only in the office. Return to the network menu. Data transfers. From Cinca, not currently available. Glossary of terms. Yep, so I can connect to other terminals if I put them in. Yep, I've seen all this. I could order an item from the commissary, but I haven't really used that at all. Alright, experiment setup. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last to the end of the day. Continue with experiment. Choose a cause from column A and an effect from column B. Interesting. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Will that mean that I'll always start with 1 gold? Interesting. Alright, research logs. Okay. Interesting. That can be useful. I'm going to see if that will give me starting gold the next day. That seems like it'd be very useful. Nothing else going on here. So I will go right. I'd like to be able to fill in this little corner here. The weight room is lose half my steps. The security room will let me go down. The dark room, I can't see what ones I'm drafting. I'm going to gem requirement. 22 steps. It's costly. I'm doing it. Yep, I don't think that happens every time I enter, though. I should have redrawn the plans. I should have used my dice to redraw the plans. I did not think about it, but at least I have the weight room out of the way. Okay, I'd like a T intersection going down. Furnace, that seems like a terrible idea. Guest bedroom, laundry room, launder currency. Gem requirement, I don't have gems. I'm gonna redraw, see if I can get something better. Dark room. Yeah, why not? I can't see which ones I'm drafting. I'm going to attempt to go south and fill this in really quick. Just go middle. Was the furnace more likely to draw red rooms? I did not want that. If I can connect this to power, I can actually get a key out of it. That happened. So that's something, and it also can send heat to the rest of the building. So if I can connect it to the boiler room, that'd be good. Locked by electronic keycard, so I can't go that way. So I do need the security room so I can turn those off. Or, yeah, well, first I need the one room where I can turn off the power to them. Alright, I'm going up, preferably left. There's security. I think I got what I needed out of the archives. Do I want the corridor? Oh, I don't have the gem requirement, so it's got to be the corridor if I'm not doing the archives. Yep. Alright, so I'm looking for... Turning left seems to be what I want, or a T that lets me go left and right. I could come back to the den and go up through there, see what happens. The pool. Well, I asked. Oh, gem requirement. Archives. That's such a debuff, though. I'm going to do the storeroom, and then I'm going to go back out. Alright, coin. Key. Gem. And I know this swimbird was part of the children's book from the archives. Alright, so I do want to come down to the weight room, take a right, and a right through the passageway. laboratory. I need to connect that to the boiler room. We're low on steps. Alright, I need to go straight ahead. I could do this, but then I don't have access to security to actually set them to unlocked when it's off. Gem requirement for security. I think this is the end. Billiard room, I haven't been in here yet. Yep, I'm gonna be blocked off unless I have a key card in here. All right. So there's some sort of a mathematical puzzle in here. This is set to blue. It's on 19. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so I clicked 19 and it's showing me 12 and 8. So 12 plus 8 is 20. Is this ring 2 times? So is that 18 and 8? Or is it just 18 and 4? So it's either 10 or 14. But the note said you don't need the rules to know the rules for darts, so I'm just going to assume it's 18 minus 4, which is 14. Oh, I wonder if that's the order it goes in. Yeah, so it tells you which should be first. Yeah, so the 3 times 1, which will be 3. I did something wrong. So it's plus, minus, times, and divide. All right, so we're on 19, and I'm just gonna click 19. Okay. Then 12 and 8 are 20. Then 18 minus 4 is 14. Then 3 times 1 should be 3. Nope, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so 19. Okay, so starting at 19, 12 plus 8 is 20. I'm going to try 18 minus 8 is 10. Nope, that reset it. So it is 18 minus 8 Alright, so starting here, 8 plus 12 is 20. 18 minus 4 is 14. Then it should be 3. And that resets it, so it's not 3. What am I missing? So 19. 12 plus 8 is 20. 18 minus 4 is 14. What if we assumed it doubled? 3 times 2 is 6. Nope. Plus, minus, times, divide. Plus, minus, times, divide. Okay. 19. So we start with 4 plus 8 and 12. Is 20. And I know the answer is 14, so being in the ring doesn't seem to affect its value. And 4 should be second. 18 minus 4 is 14. Then I've got 1 times 3, but 3 is not the answer. Nope. Do I just want to brute force this? Eight and 12 is 20. 18 minus 4 is 14. I've tried 6, doubling it. What if it was tripling it? 9. Nope. That just resets it. I could brute force it and try every solution. I'm not going to do that though. There has to be a reasonable way to do this. I just don't know what it would be. Alright. Well, I believe that's as far as I get. I know it hasn't been quite an hour yet, but I think that's where I have to call it a day because I'm out of doors to go through. So thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoy my content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. I'm going to try making a wish before I log off. I guess that doesn't do anything. Alright, I will see you in the next one.